The joke landed wrong the moment it left her mouth. We were at a small dinner. Friends, laughter, the clink of glasses. Someone teased her about how independent she'd become lately, how she barely needed anyone. She smiled, lifted her glass, and said, "Careful. At this rate, I might replace my husband." A few people laughed. Not loudly, more out of habit than humor. I felt something go still inside me. Not anger. Not yet. Just a quiet, sinking recognition, like my body had heard a truth my mind wasn't ready to accept. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't smile either. I said calmly, "You already have?" The room went silent. No one reached for their drinks. No one laughed. Even the music felt too loud. My wife stared at me, her smile frozen, eyes searching my face like she'd never seen it before. That moment hadn't come out of nowhere. It had been building for months, quietly, patiently, the way distance does when you're not paying attention. It started with missed calls. I'd call during my lunch break, straight to voicemail. When I asked later, she'd shrug. Meetings ran long. Her phone was always face down now. Notifications muted. She took it with her everywhere, even to the bathroom, like it was something she couldn't afford to leave unattended. She began coming home later. Not dramatically late, just late enough to make dinner cold. The excuses were reasonable. Too reasonable. Traffic, a co-worker who needed help, a quick stop that turned into an hour. I told myself I was being paranoid. Marriage has seasons, I thought. Ebb and flow. You don't interrogate someone you love over instincts you can't prove. But instincts don't disappear just because you ignore them. They wait. The first crack came one night when she fell asleep on the couch, phone buzzing softly beside her. I wasn't snooping. I swear I wasn't. I reached over to silence it and saw the message preview. "Wish you were here." No name. Just that. My chest tightened. I stared at the screen longer than I should have, as if it might explain itself. It didn't. When I gently asked her about it the next morning, she didn't get defensive. That scared me more than anger would have. "It's nothing," she said quickly. Too quickly. Just a friend being dramatic. I nodded. I let it go, but something in me shifted. Every memory after that felt fragile, like it might crack if I held it too tightly. She stopped asking about my day, stopped noticing when I was quiet. When we lay in bed, there was a space between us that felt intentional, measured. She'd roll over, phone glowing, thumb moving in a rhythm that wasn't meant for me. I replayed our history in my head. Our early years, the way she used to laugh at my bad jokes, how she'd reach for my hand without thinking. I wondered when I'd lost her, and whether I'd even noticed at the time. The proof came not with drama, but with carelessness. I was using our shared tablet to check a recipe when a message popped up, synced accounts. Different app, different name. Last night meant more to me than I expected. I sat there, tablet heavy in my hands, heart beating too slow now, like it had decided to conserve energy for what came next. I didn't scroll. I didn't need to. The picture was already complete. I confronted her that evening. Not yelling, not accusing, just asking, "Is there someone else?" She didn't answer right away. She sat down, rubbed her palms together like she was cold. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she said. "I didn't plan it." I almost laughed at that. Almost. Instead, I asked a question that had been burning in me for weeks. "Are you in love with him?" Her silence was answer enough. She said she felt unseen, that I'd become predictable, that he listened, that he made her feel alive again. I listened to all of it because love, even betrayed love, still wants to understand. But understanding doesn't undo the damage. So when she made that joke at dinner, surrounded by people who didn't know the truth, something in me hardened, not into cruelty, into clarity. Her face that night, after everyone left, was different, regretful, afraid. "I didn't mean it like that," she said. "It was just a joke." "I know," I replied. "That's the problem." The turning point wasn't when she admitted the affair. It was when I realized I'd been shrinking myself to keep peace in a relationship that had already left me. I told her I needed space. Real space. Not silent dinners. not polite avoidance. She cried. She apologized. She said she'd end it. But some words once said, some jokes once revealed, can't be folded back into harmlessness. We're separated now. Not angry, just honest. I'm learning what it feels like to take up space again, to speak without checking if my voice is welcome. And when I think back to that dinner, to the silence after my response, I don't feel shame. I feel relief. Because sometimes the coldest words aren't meant to hurt. They're meant to finally tell the truth out loud.